Hello, what's going on, Guardians? My name's Erupt and welcome back to another Destiny video. Now, in today's video, we're going to be looking over part 2 of all the information that was released in the Game Informer interview with Bungie. So, the first thing I want to show you off is the screenshots of all of the armor. So, we haven't got the Iron Lord / Iron Banner armor in this, but we do have a little weapon tease that is, and I'll go over that in a second. So, first of all, you see the raid armor, which it describes as very futuristic and sleek looking. As you can tell, that is living up to the name. It's very cuboid, it's got lots of points, lots of edges, and it does look like something that's really futuristic, and I love it without the shader giving off that classic black and red Siva look. Next up, we have the Trials of Osiris gear, where the Warlock's gear kind of looks like the King's Fall raid gear, but really it's only the Hunter's Trials of Osiris armor that really looks based around cats. The rest of it looks very Beetle inspired. If you look at the edges, the claws and the parts coming off the armor of the Titan and the Warlock, it looks really Beetle inspired, which, as you know, there is a Scarab emblem for the Trials of Osiris, so it only makes sense. And then it says to us next to this weapon that this is a new weapon that will be, like many others, introduced in the Iron Banner. So if you look, this is really cool because it has a knife on top and it looks to me like some sort of auto rifle. It's very barbed wire and it's covered in cloth, just like some sort of really medieval weapon. You also see here a screenshot of the weapon in the hands of a Titan. The Titan looks to be using some other Iron Banner weapon on his back. We can't see that in this screenshot, however I do believe to see this weapon in another screenshot, and I'll show you that in a second. But let's take a look at this armor. It looks to be some sort of new shader, or if that's shaderless, then that could just be a new set of armor entirely, and that is likely. It does look like it's wearing some sort of crest Valfalupi. Otherwise, it does look like that's some new armor that we haven't seen yet, and it looks very chromatic and has some nice, sleek, futuristic looking patterns on it. I do believe that this could be the new Chroma armor. Whether or not we don't see a Spectre version of this armor, I'm not too sure yet, but I will tell you if any of that news comes out in a later interview or reveal, which we will be seeing on the 16th of August. And then in the background, you see the Hunter wearing some sort of new armor as well. Now, let's move on to that screenshot I was talking about with a gun on the back of the Titan's armor. Now, if you look at this, it looks like a really long-range, high-impact shotgun. It's got a bayonet on the bottom as well, which is why I believe it to be some sort of Iron Banner weapon. On the back, he's repping the Galahorn perfectly, and the Hunter's just sneaking into the screenshots again. I don't know, they're all over the place. But anyway, yeah, this does look like the Chrome armor being advertised again, and I'm not sure if anyone else has really discussed this, but I do believe that the Titan has the best looking Chrome armor, because look at that glow, it's coming straight from its eyes, and it looks like some sort of Bane mask from the old Batman comic. Next up is a little sum up of everything coming in the Rise of Iron. We have new missions, which there will be 5 campaign missions. We'll have a new light cap, we'll be able to explore the Plaguelands, which is a new landing zone on Old Russia Earth. The artifacts have been reinvented for this, and I'll go over that in a separate video. And we even have new Crucible maps and an Iron Banner that has been reinvented. What reinvented means in terms of Iron Banner, however, I'm not exactly sure, but we'll be able to find out probably on the 16th of August, which seems to be more likely a Crucible update, telling us about what we hope to be private matches and hopefully some news on the Iron Banner and all of its armor. Next up, I just want to show this little character again, this Shiro 4, which is a friend of Kaid 6's. He'll be the Kaid 6 of this story. He's a loyal scout, and he'll be giving you those 5 campaign missions. So instead of Lord Saladin, I'm not sure exactly what Lord Saladin's actual importance in the mission type of thing is yet, but this guy is nowhere near Lord Saladin in the tower and the screenshots, so I'm not exactly sure how each of them split the campaign missions with one another. Next screenshot shows a new arena cooperative game mode, which is called Archon's Forge. It looks very similar to what we saw in the Prison of Elders, so if that's going to be the same thing, just Siva updated, then that's likely to be somewhere in the Plaguelands rather than the Reef, because it's a completely different set of Fallen, which are very uncontrolled by the Queen. They're their own minds now, and they have Siva to protect them. So we'll be fighting them in a new arena with some new transformed ogres as well, if you look on the screen now. Next up is this last screenshot, just showing off the old exotic, the Celestial Nighthawk, and then some new capes, some new shoulder pads, and then this new hand cannon, which I'm not sure if it's just a random rare drop or just a blue or green rarity, but I don't think this is an exotic. It could be a legendary and something new, but it just does overall look like a generic type of hand cannon, and it looks to be in the Prison of Elders that this is advertised. I'm not sure if this looks anything like what the Archon's Forge, because there's not much Siva and there's not much fire going around, which is what shows in the Archon Forge. And then last thing I wanted to tell you guys is in the Crucible maps, we do know that the one in the screenshot I showed you with the new game mode Supremacy is actually called Clovis Base. And that's just about it, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about in part 2 of the Rise of Iron update with the Game Informer interview. So remember to support this channel and keep up to date with all the new Rise of Iron news. If you did enjoy today's video, then please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this on social media for more Destiny tips, tricks, news and updates in the community. My name's been Erupt, and have a great day.